Welcome to Aunty K's, your favorite radical queer indigenous auntie, bringing you tarot every day. Hello everyone, and welcome to Aunty K's Tarot. So I have created a Solstice tarot tag for those looking for an extra tag to do in the holiday season, for those looking for a tag that isn't about Christmas because you don't celebrate Christmas, which is where I came at this tag from. And so I have created the Solstice Tarot tag. Let's get into it. All right, so here is the questions of the tag and my answers. The first question is the longest night. And so this is a deck or two, you know how I feel about rules, that has stayed so consistent with you, has been there through long nights and cold days. This could be a workhouse deck. Alternatively, you could just also choose your oldest deck if that's what works for you. So my longest night deck, there's two for sure. It is Rustic Roots and Rana George. I got these decks and I just didn't stop using them. Because I just loved them both. It's so much that they both needed to be replaced. I was very thankful to be able to do that. A friend replaced this one for me, the Rustic Roots, and I replaced the Rana George myself. It's so nice to feel the snappiness of the cards again, that smooth feel of the cards again. These are my, favorite Lenormands, although my own Lenormand that I've been working on, I have been using it equally as much, but I don't think it's been around long enough to call it my longest night deck. On the flip side is the shortest day, a deck that shone really brightly for a moment, and then it was over before you knew it, replaced by the trusty long night. And this was the Teddy Tarot. I like this deck. It's adorable. It works really well, but the adorableness, I guess, it got replaced by slightly more practical things. As I look at it, I think I'll probably bring it out again, but I have before rebrought it out, and I'll use it for a day or two and then put it back. So it's not a deck I dislike. Like I said, it shined, but the bright shine of it didn't last too long, even though its short days do return now and then. So then we are going to have the gift, a deck that was gifted to you that you very much appreciate. And for me, this is the Precious Possums Lenormand. It's by Lark and Legend. And this was an extra gift for me that I super appreciate. It is very adorable. It consistently has come on and off my table over the weeks. A week on, a week off. I quite enjoy it, and I have been using it pretty regularly, even if not as much as my longest night decks. So this is my gift deck. Then we are going to have the Storyteller deck, a deck that tells stories for you, that you could just look at the cards and keep talking and keep talking. And my Marseille Prendre de Vie, I decided fits here because I literally told a story with it. And in the PDF guidebook, I literally told a story with it. I obviously know these cards pretty well, having created them, and when I read with it, I tend to be a fast reader out of the nature of working on the hotlines, and but this deck I can just keep going on and have a lot to say to folks about various details that I put into the deck, and so I really recognize all those little details and have a lot to say about them. Rebirth, transformation. A deck you loved, its time passed, and it got a rebirth. And for me, that is going to be the Keymaster Tarot. I got this deck and fell in love with it. I got a little bit tired of it or bored of it. I'm not sure. Actually, I found the clubs and spades a little on the dark side visually, aesthetically, and here the light's picking up the foil really perfectly, and that does make a difference. But it seems that it really only picks that up certain times a day, light aside, and so there's sometimes where these parts really shine out to me, and there's sometimes where they just aren't so visible, and the deck does appear darker. And so yeah, this is my transformation, my rebirth deck. It's in a little rebirth right now for me. And then we have the feast, and you can choose food-based cards here, which I did, and or because I think they both kind of fit. A deck that's a feast for your eyes fills you with joy, because that's the thing about a feast. A feast, it is nutritional, but a feast is about celebrations and filling you with joy. Feasts are places where we laugh and have fun. And my donut playing card deck, which almost made my Storyteller deck. I made a bunch of notes on here, and I don't know, I can really get into the donuts as part of the details and the stories, and I'm having a fun time with the food fortunes, which is like the desserts at a feast, where it's like, it's not necessarily all that nutritious as a tarot deck. It's really designed as a joke, not to work as a tarot deck. It has a game that comes with it for choosing your meals, which I sort of skipped and haven't really gone through. But for some reason, I quite enjoy reading tarot through this, through these food images, these silly little food images, and the fun, strange little titles, and I'm enjoying it in a way that I'm not sure it was designed to be read as tarot yet. I've been doing it, and I've been having fun, and so these are my feast decks.